Hey, bud, I can't remember what your name is. Dougarian or whatever who commented on my YouTube. I appreciate it so much. But I want to explain to you the difference between that video and now. You say my mannerisms and stuff like that. That's because that dude's dead. He's no more. That dude that did the video yesterday, he's dead. Because here's the thing, I always try and learn from everything and everybody. And as hard as I try, maybe I can't reach anybody, but I continuously keep on trying. And I think, honestly, if I was being completely honest, I think I'm levels ahead of everybody. I don't think I'm better than anybody, but I think I'm way levels ahead in my thinking and in my heart. Because I think everybody lacks heart. I'm going to show you this little video of this guy called Johnny Cashville. Now, I don't know if he's a liar or not, but I think he is. I think he's not a very good dude. And I don't understand how everybody so easily lies. We wonder why we get fooled. I want to show you this little clip of this guy. And this is what happens when you start getting caught. You're the victim. And it's so easy to lie. Like, no wonder people believe. I mean, you watch this crap and it's unbelievable.
He's gonna tell you. I exposed them lies tonight. I ain't gotta expose no more. I ain't gonna say no more. I love y'all. I'm out. There'll be more funny content coming next week. I got a funeral of my grandmother to go to tomorrow. And
Whoops, I'll keep talking. I picked the wrong one. Here, I think this is it.
not lose when you're the truth, man. And everybody knows me by now.
Here, let's try this.
And he left. Motherfuckers can't handle the truth. And let me tell you something. I want to tell y'all something real quick. When you're always honest about shit and you always stand on what you believe in and stand on what you say, you cannot lose. You cannot lose when you're
I think he's right there.
And everybody knows me by now. And they know, hey man, Johnny, he ain't perfect. But if he fucks up, he's gonna tell you. I exposed them lies tonight. I ain't gotta expose no more. I ain't gonna say no more. I love y'all. I'm out. There'll be more funny content coming next week. I got a funeral of my grandmother.
He's told me that he lied on his other videos and that he was just acting and like this is the kind of stuff. No wonder everybody's confused on who they're supposed to dislike because everybody's a liar. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining to you, bud, because I do appreciate everything you wrote. You took the time, and I'm just taking the time to explain to you how I think. I know I'm different. I know I went through some weird stuff. I know I have some trauma that I want to let go of, but I can't because I have to keep it so I can explain it to everybody because I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I think, and I don't know, maybe I'll send this video to Johnny Gobble and ask him real nicely to ask Patty if I'm a crackpot because I'm really tired of thinking like, I can save the world because I'm a fan of Kanye. And when you're a fan of Kanye, you're a fan of yourself. And when you're a fan of yourself, you think you can save the world. And bud, that's what I've been thinking I've been doing for the last 2 years. Like, I don't know what's going on in this world. I really don't. But all my, I guess you could call acting, all over social media, those were real feelings, real thoughts. But I didn't bring them into the real world. But I think what I was doing was understanding how suicide happens. Because you saw in that video. Did you see the comments? You were the first one, bud. I posted that on my Facebook to my friends who all lied to save their own jobs. And no one cares. No one cares. They all lied. They think someone could have possibly have been killed. Killed because of this guy, Troy Solinger, who was my bully, and decided that he was the almighty and everything he thought was right. He may have done some stuff that wasn't so smart that caused the death. Like I said, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I'd like to find out, because, like, that's kind of like a bad thing. I don't know. No one else seems to think it, because no one ever mentions about the poor dead guy the coil fell on, because there was too many coils, because the system allowed too many coils. That's just my opinion. But anyways, bud, I don't know. I think the world is in big trouble. And everything I've ever said, it kind of scares me that that's what you take out of it. I say that children are being hurt, but no one wants to look into it. And I have a hard time fathoming when I say children are being hurt, and I'll show you what makes me believe that. And no one cares. They'd rather make fun of me, laugh at me. I believe in God. That's the thing. I don't know who believes in God anymore. Because, like, I think everybody's got the wrong thoughts on Jesus, and I think that's done on purpose. And they hide Jesus, and no one cares. The mainstream media, the sports, the music. You think Jesus is being deleted for a reason? They don't want anybody to be strong, anybody to stand up to him. And here's the thing, bud. I honestly think if anybody actually ever took a look and listened to me, you'd see how twisted this world is. I could show you what it's like to live as an average human being starting to become strong, and how everybody pushes you down. Why suicide happens. Do you know that in my country right now, there's a 23-year-old man that's decided he wants to kill himself, and the law will allow it because his doctor signed off on it. Why does that doctor get to sign off on it? He must be a pretty shitty doctor if he can't convince somebody to stay living because they can't find a girlfriend. Because that's what it's about. He can't find a girlfriend. Do you know why maybe he can't find a girlfriend? Because people like Billie Eilish, who run around and say ugly men are worthless, ugly men aren't worth your time, ugly people aren't worth your time, it ain't worth it. And Billie Eilish is a superstar, and Kanye tries to help, and he's the worm. I don't know. I don't get this world that we're living in. Like, you've got this, like, I'm telling you, Hollywood's trash, man. All the music industry's trash. Lizzo can say that she does black music for big black women, and everybody's on board buying that music up. Like, boom. Like, nobody hears the hate. I think you guys are misinformed on what hate is. Because, like, I get told I hate because I don't want children to have puberty blockers and being transformed when their brains aren't even fully developed. And I'm a hater. Or anybody like that's a hater. Everybody's so weak and so afraid of losing something that they're so easy to criticize me rather than hop on board. Because if I am a nut bar, I know I'm a nut bar, so how can I be a nut bar? I'm aware of what I think might not be real. I'm well aware of that. I'm also aware that it might be real, and that maybe there is a God, and that maybe he has sent me on a mission, and maybe if someone would let me know, maybe like Ryan Upchurch is one of these people, because maybe I'm from past the stars as well, but nobody wants to take a look because I'm just a nobody. I'm just I'm just a bottom feeder who's got some trauma and I look like I'm crazy. But the world is crazy. I found out that my enemies are better friends than my friends. I learned way more from Troy Solinger than I ever learned from anybody else. Learn how to be a man, stand up for myself. What did I learn from my friends? They weren't really my friends. When it was time to lose something, they'd rather lose the friend. How can you sit there and lie when you know someone tried to commit suicide because of something? I don't get it. I don't get it. And you guys are the good guys and I'm the bad guy. It's like my accident, the guy lied. It went on the news. Pretty scary. They lied on the news. The cops didn't do an investigation because there was a video and a statement that doesn't match. They wouldn't do that neither. So that might put, after you've already had a suicide attempt and now you like totally humiliated because of someone else's lie. And then, like, you know how I told you about the psychiatrist that signed off on this guy's death? You think he'd be a better doctor, right? You think you could convince him not to. No, we got shitty doctors involved. Like I said, I videotaped this whole thing. My first trip into the hospital, against my will, I filmed it. And the paperwork was already filled out, and I wasn't allowed to talk to my psychiatrist because the guy that decided that I shouldn't live, I was just a piece of crap, and what he did was so great. Yeah, they got me put in the hospital. Do you think there's phone records? I know who did it. My doctor told me my workplace called. Yet I still got put in by them. And he knew. Does that sound like a very good doctor? Very smart, very intelligent individual? Or does that sound like someone who's already got all the answers in their head? That's not the guy I want in charge of my mental health. I know I don't have mental health problems, but I'm willing to. I don't think I do, I should say. I don't think I do. I think I have a vivid imagination. And I think when nobody talked to me and everybody pushed me out, I lived in a fantasy where I was trying to find friends, people who maybe thought like me, acted like me. But here's the difference though. You all want everybody to act and be like you. I don't. I want people to be different because I want to be able to learn from people. Like there's so much everybody thinks they know. Like, who knows if it's actually good for us or should we be eating meat? I see this on all the spiritual channels. Should we be eating meat? I don't know. I don't have the answers, but there's probably a reason why Bill Gates has bought all this farmland and trying to put an end to beef. I don't know. He wants us to eat that synthetic stuff that he's trying to brew up. Is that happening? Would you take the time to take a look? I don't know. I got some other stuff here. Yeah. And this is the other thing. Like, everybody thinks that I just want, or if anybody thinks that I would just want vengeance or something like that, I don't want vengeance. I want people to pay for their mistakes. I want them to know they made a mistake so they can make the change. Because as much as I think Troy Solinger is a big old piece of shit, there's someone at home, like his children, who think he's a hero. And it scares me that this guy's going to teach his children to step on people because he believes that that's the way that it's supposed to be. You're supposed to look out for number one, numero uno. Step on whoever you need to step on and get to the top. And build that empire. I don't know. You let me know, bud, because I don't think I I know my mannerisms and stuff like that have changed, but I'm way stronger, way more informed on what's going on than I was in that video. There's other videos too. You should take a look at the very first one I ever did, trying to bring everybody together. And I knew it was weird, and I knew. But I did it anyways, because I was hoping I could bring people together. Not for my cause, but for a common cause. So nobody had to go through what I did ever again, or continue to go through what they were going through, because they all know that they're going through stuff. This guy is a complete idiot, and I can't fathom how people would stick up for him. Like, I don't know. Man. Let me know where I'm wrong, though. Because, like, all I want to do is try and save the world. Because that's what I think I can do. I have, like, ideas. Like, if we could actually get together, like, a bunch of people with a common cause, doesn't mean we have to all agree with each other. Because, like, I like David Icke. I think maybe, I don't know, I've had like a David Icke sort of like spiritual experience. But I know David Icke says some bad stuff about Elon Musk. I like Elon Musk. I'm not sure about his taste in women as far as Amber Heard's concerned. But I don't know. It seems like Elon wants freedom. So I can't understand why we can't all come together and find the truth. Because, like, if you listen to David Icke, he talks about the lizard people too. That's kind of weird stuff. But who knows? Maybe it's true. Maybe there are lizards. Maybe Fauci is a frog. I made lots of videos about Fauci being a frog. Speaking of which, did you know Fauci had lots to do with HIV? Did you know that there were people trying to get him in court? They were trying to antagonize him so Fauci would take them to court so they could expose him. But no, that never happened. And then Fauci's in charge of COVID. That's kind of weird, eh? I don't know. But you check it out for yourself. And I'm going to do another video because, again, I appreciate everything you said, bud. And I'll probably read her back go over it again because it was kind of long. But I do appreciate everything you pointed out. And I know that you took the time to write that all out. But I just don't think people understand me because my heart is on levels that no one can even understand. And when they think I'm being mean, I'm not being mean. I'm trying to get them to see. That's all I'm trying to do. Don't believe me. I don't care. I don't care if people believe me, but at least take a look. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance will get you put into places that maybe you don't want to be. Maybe this earth, you want to ride around being ignorant and blissful, go ahead, because I don't think she happens in the next. I don't think you get that bliss, but I may be wrong. Maybe like the atheists say, we're worm meat, but I don't think so, because I have a soul inside my body and I know it. So, let me know what you think and I'll respond back to you. I just, I don't type all that well. And I do have some PTSD, so it's hard for me to read long things. But who knows, maybe I don't have PTSD. Because my psychiatrist tried to tell me I had to watch a child burn or something like that before I could have PTSD. So I don't know, bud. I'm a little confused on what goes on with me, why I feel the way I do. I just think I'm here for God. That's it. And if there's a problem with that, I don't really understand where the problem is, but you let me know.